1, 2, 3, women!
So the question is, with what do you follow Sweet Child of Mine?
I think it's obvious.
We'll give you a clue in the form of expressive dance.
Now I gotta cut loose the noose. Pick up your Sunday shoes. Ooh-wee, Marie. Shake it for me. Oh, my Lord. Come on, let's go.
So for anyone who hasn't been to see the show before, tell us who you are. Because you're obviously not Ant and Dec.
No, I'm Will, and you're Phil, aren't you?
I'm Phil.
Phil.
And we are the two leading front men in Rock for Heroes, which is a very large UK theatre tour, which is essentially a 1980s classic rock celebration with lots of comedy and audience participation thrown in. And we raise money for Help for Heroes.
We do indeed.
Yeah, and how long's the show been going? This isn't the first tour, is it?
No, so we've been going just under 2 years now as a full tour, and in that time we've raised tens of thousands of pounds for the charity. The idea started in Phil's head in a shed. Didn't it?
A shed in Leon City.
It did, and then I think the aim originally was just to get a few dates, raise awareness and raise as much money as we can, and it grew very rapidly, didn't it, into many theatres.
It's kind of become a bit of an uncontrollable beast.
Yes,
originally
that's
it
the
was
best
supposed to
way.
be, if we got 5 to 10 shows a year, it would have been amazing.
Yeah.
Next year, we're literally looking nearly over 200.
Wow, it's really roller coasted then, hasn't it?
There's no time.
What was the incentive for raising money for Help for Heroes?
It's a cause that's very close to my heart for lots of personal reasons. My granddad, specifically, actually, I was very close to my granddad, and he was RAF. All the men in my family have their involvement, which we'll talk about a lot on the show. And it was something that all our lives has been very important to us as a family unit, shall we say. So I always knew we'd do something one day. And this opportunity, I won't lie to you, when I first originally thought of this, it was like, even if we can raise a few £100 and get a few shows a year, it's better than not doing anything.
Absolutely.
And neither of us had any comprehension that it would go on to become this immense UK theatre tour, which is constant. It's not like a touring period, it's just 52 weeks a year constantly on the road.
Yeah.
And then it transpired that Will has a family member who's military. So when we were speaking about putting the show together, he also had that passionate interest and look from it. And then as it happens, I think, am I right in saying every member of the cast?
Yeah, I think every member of the cast has got family or friends that are serving, and I think that's the beauty of it and why we do it. And I think people can relate to it because everybody knows someone, whether it is family or friends that are serving or have served, should I say. And I think that's why it's really interesting, the audiences we get. There's plenty of people that go, oh, Help for Heroes, that'd be great, I want to do my bit. But then the other half of the audience are coming because they've seen a rock show and they're like, oh, I want to go and see the rock show, and then realise what it is and why we're doing it. And as I say, I think it's something that can hit a lot of heartstrings, should we say. It's been crazy. We've heard so many things and stories and met some amazing people along the way.
Yeah, it's been a crazy journey.
Yeah.
We would never have imagined the doors that have been opened through this. For us as well, and the experiences we've had and the people we've met, as what you said. We met a gentleman who I can speak about, a lovely guy at Tedworth House, which is an incredible rehabilitation centre.
Right.
And he is an ex-submariner. He's a veteran, and he told us some stories that aren't ours to share here. But as someone on City Street, you could see all of us in the room were hugely affected, because this is a man who's telling you something from first-hand experience which we can't comprehend. and then he read a poem, and he writes poems, and he gave us a poem which we then read out at a show.
Oh, how lovely.
And it's this amazing thing, I think, Rock for Heroes, because it's one of them few shows that it's great fun. You laugh. We have people dancing. There's a lot of comedy element to it, but it's not like a scripted comedic element. It is a fun, no fall show.
Is that because all of you who are doing it know each other so well now?
Yeah, I think all of us in the cast, we've worked together in many different ways over the years, and this is something that is so deep in our hearts. We just all came together and we should do this. And we have so much fun on the road. We are like a family. Yeah. We genuinely are.
I'm not surprised if you're touring 50 odd weeks a year.
Yeah.
You've got to know each other pretty well.
Yeah, we're in each other's pockets a lot. It's really crazy and busy, but we love it. We have so much fun, as I say, not only on stage but off stage. We got to know each other even more, and met some amazing people along the way. It's like nothing I've ever done before. As I say, every one of us have done something. We've toured the country, some toured the world, cruise ships, holiday parks, all sorts, all those bits and pieces. But I think nothing genuinely compares to this, for us as well as the audiences and stuff.
Yes. So tell us what audiences can expect from the show then. We obviously know it's rock.
Yes.
So who have we got in there?
We say at the end of the show, we always say, if it's a new venue, we always say, was this what you expected? And always the audience will go, absolutely not.
Really?
Then they go, it's better than what we expected, which always likes one.
It's terrible.
Yeah. But it's very hard to explain. I mean, I've been doing this, God, I'm old, 26 years professionally. I've been doing this for all around the world, lots of jobs, very grateful for the career I've had, but as Will rightfully just said, there is nothing I have done personally as well which has given the feeling not only for us on the stage but the audience. It feels like the audience and us become one. By the end of that show, it's not an audience watching the show. By the end of that show, it is a group of people who have stepped out of the 9 to 5 together, and have all come together and had a great night and celebrated this incredible thing.
Great.
Yeah, and what we essentially try and do is try and recreate some of the magic of big charity concerts, such as things like Live Aid, for instance.
Yeah.
So we try and turn that venue into Wembley for the night. Get everyone involved from the start, so they can sing their hearts out, and we play hits from bands like Queen, Dire Straits, Status Quo, through to AC/DC, Guns N' Roses. We go to other extremes now, things like Toto, the Eagles, all sorts. It's just a good fun night out, isn't it?
Yeah, and the challenges,
that's the interesting.
We get challenged.
You were telling me about this earlier, so tell everybody else.
So this all started at the Swan Theatre in Worcester. We were in the interval. It was a sold-out audience, and someone sent a message backstage to say that if we can come out in the second act and perform Black Magic Woman, the song, they would put £3,800 in the charity bucket. So we couldn't say no. So literally, me and the guys with the band just sat down for 5 minutes.
Had you ever played it before?
No, never played it before. I didn't know the words. I knew the melody.
It was interesting. It really was.
I knew the melody of the song, so I thought, I know it goes, got a black magic woman. I thought, that's what I know. So I'll just use that a lot. And then we came out, and for the first song and the second act, we performed a 4-minute version of Black Magic Woman with slightly made up words. And that gentleman was a man of his word, because he gave us £3,800 towards a charity that night.
Wow.
And since then, we've had Toto Africa.
Yeah, it's been an ongoing thing.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah.
The Eagles Hotel California is a challenge, because they were like, I bet you can't perform the guitars on this.
This is great. This is a great challenge for people out there to come along and try.
Oh, definitely. It's something that we keep pushing and saying, that's the fun of it for us as well. There's a lot of shows that go out there and we'll do the same thing every time. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing by any means, but it's good fun for us as well. It gives us something different, and especially keeps us on the toes. When they're happening on the night, we're like, do you know what, we'll do this. Randomly, actually, when we performed in Carnglaze Caverns, which is in Cornwall, which is a cave.
Oh,
we did it the first time, didn't we? We had a great night, and we recently were just there and sold out, and it was amazing. And during the interval, I was walking back to go and get myself sorted, and a lady came up to us and said, "Oh, this is amazing. I don't suppose you do anything like Kings of Leon. It's our big song for when we were in Iraq." And I was like, well, let's have a word with the guys. And we hadn't done it before, had we?
No.
But we went and
we
did
didn't
it.
even get a rehearsal. That was a good thing about that. The song was Sex on Fire. And I looked at Luke, who's the other guitarist, and he looked at me, and I think he said E. And I was like, okay, E. Then we looked at the bass player, Adam, and we all live on stage quickly worked it out in 30 seconds, like 4 chords, luckily. And then just went for it.
Brilliant.
And there's a video of that on Facebook, actually. Yeah. There's a video of 700 people jumping up and down doing Sex on Fire that we just made up there and then on the night.
Excellent.
And it was someone ringing to tell you
what
about
Hello.
It was amazing. It really is. And as I say, it does keep us on our toes. It's great fun. And that's where we get the audience involved even when we're not doing the show. We say message us. If you've got a challenge and you're going to be there on the night, let us know. Let's do it. Let's have fun.
Okay, so the night in question for us, anyway, at Southend is the 9th
of January,
at the Cliffs Pavilion. And do you want to give us, have you got a Twitter and Facebook pages?
Of course. I thought you were going to do it.
Terrible.
We can look you up.
Of course, yeah. If you find us on Facebook and Instagram, we're on Twitter as well. It's simply Rock for Heroes or Rock for Heroes TP.
Okay.
You can find us on there. All of our dates are on there, but obviously the main one for us coming up is the 9th of January. It's the first time visiting the venue, and it's obviously our hometown performance.
It's the first stage I've performed on professionally. So for me, it's a big homecoming. I was the Hartford Dodger back then, so this is a big change. It's the Cliffs. It's a long time ago. It's the Cliffs. It's a Prem venue. It's a premier venue. It's a beautiful venue, and obviously, as Will rightfully said, it's our home venue. So there's a lot of stigma for us personally attached to this one.
And it'll be more special, won't it?
Yeah. Oh no, we're really looking forward to it, and there's such a great team in there as well.
They
Lovely
are
guys. I've been in there with lots of different things, but to do this and bring it home is going to be great fun.
You're going to sound amazing.
We'll try our best.
Yeah, thank you. We can't wait to come and see you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for chatting to us today.
Thank you very much.
See you in January.
Yeah, we'll see you in January.
Again on my own, going down the only road I know.
Ladies and gents, to the left-hand side of me, we are genuinely honoured. It's a privilege to have on stage with us tonight Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. It's amazing.
Apparently, you have the most romantic men in all the UK. Is that true?
All the women. No.
Turn to the person on your right, whether you know them or not, and tell them you love them. Go on. Create some love for us.